always thought that my DPS, and honestly my group sometimes, was the reason I wasn't timing any keys, but actually it was not having these 5 habits. The first one is that there's almost always something I could have done to prevent a death, especially my own. Blaming my healer or a missed kick is such an easy way to cope that I wasn't the problem, but most of the time it really was on me. Like, was I using a defensive on some big hit with no damage after, and then dying to actual damage before I got them back? Once I started thinking about and fixing things like that, my runs became way smoother. The second one is that just because I'm interrupting doesn't mean that they're necessarily good interrupts. I used to kick just about anything so that if someone went to look on details, they couldn't flame me. But then I would never have them up for higher priority casts. Once I started holding it for what actually matters, or like to get a caster into a pack, my interrupts became way more valuable. The third one is that I can always do more damage. I'm not some rank 1 Shadow Priest doing 50k more than anyone else, but just because I'm doing decent damage doesn't mean I get to be complacent either. There's always something to improve, be it my movement, my uptime, or whatever. Just doing something slightly better every run adds up over time. The fourth one is thinking a few pulls ahead. Yes, the route might be primarily the tank's job, especially in pugs, but it's not just their responsibility to make sure pulls are doable. If a pull lives too long and the tank dies, sure, he could have probably done something different, but so could I. I could have entered the pack differently, used my cooldowns differently, kicked, interrupted, anything. And once I started thinking this way, and a few minutes ahead instead of just following the blue marker, I got so much better and more prepared. The last one is focusing on improving one thing at a time. Improvement can feel so overwhelming, but picking one thing and sticking with it and getting those reps in until it becomes muscle memory makes everything easier. It frees up your mental space to focus on the next thing and then the next thing, and before you know it, you've made some real progress.